Welcome back to my channel. Today we explore the value of a specific coins, the top 5 most valuable Abraham Lincoln wheat still penny coin value in today's market in dollar. So let's get started. First up, the 1942 D Lincoln wheat cent, and give a realistic expectation of what a normally dirty circulated example is worth today. Many collectors and casual finders confuse the wartime steel pennies with other dates, so start by clearing that up. The Lincoln cents struck in steel were the 1943 cents, when the U.S. Mint changed composition for 1 year to save copper for the war effort. The 1942 cents, including those from Denver, are the regular bronze alloy that had been used before 1943 and returned after the war. So if someone calls a 1942 coin a steely, correct them gently and explain the steel change actually happened in 1943. Wikipedia. What the coin is and why it matters. The 1942 D Lincoln wheat cent is one of 3 mint varieties from 1942, produced at Philadelphia with no mint mark, at Denver with a D mint mark, and at San Francisco with an S mint mark. The Denver strike for 1942 had a healthy mintage of about 206,698,000 coins, which means the date is common in pocket change and bulk lots, but that does not make every example worthless, because condition and eye appeal still matter for collectors. PCGS.com+1. Design and specs in one clear sentence. The obverse shows Victor D. Brenner's portrait of Abraham Lincoln, with "In God We Trust" above, "Liberty" at the left, and the date and mint mark at lower right, while the reverse features the 2 wheat ears that give the series its informal name, wheat cent. Typical circulated appearance and what you should expect to find. In everyday circulation, a 1942 D wheat cent usually shows even wear across Lincoln's cheek and jaw hair, flattened devices on the reverse wheat stalks, dark toning or grime in the fields and on the rims, and sometimes greenish or black discoloration, depending on environmental exposure. When a viewer says their coin is dirty, that generally maps to circulated grades from good up to very fine, where surfaces are worn but devices remain identifiable. Realistic market value for a normally dirty circulated 1942 D. For a typical dirty circulated example, the current market value is small and measured in cents to a few dollars rather than tens or hundreds. Mainstream price guides and dealers list average circulated values roughly in the neighborhood of 15 cents to $1 for most circulated grades. If you have a cleaner VF or EF example, expect low single-digit prices, while uncirculated mint state coins are worth more, depending on grade and eye appeal. JM Bullion +1. Examples that show the full range of value. Because hundreds of millions were made, most 1942 D pennies are common, but exceptional high-grade specimens and rare error examples can command much higher prices in auction settings. There are recorded auction sales and high certified grades that show this date can climb into the hundreds or thousands when the grade is extremely high or when an unusual error is present. So always be open to the small chance your find is special and worth professional grading. Bullion Shark. Key error types and varieties to watch for. The standard 1942 D has a few collectible varieties that can make a modest difference in price, such as doubling on the date or designer initials, repunched mint marks, and die cracks or other die-related anomalies. A truly dramatic value change comes from composition errors, such as a 1943 bronze struck on copper planchet or a 1944 steel on leftover planchet, which are different stories and much rarer than everyday wear issues. If you suspect an odd composition or major error, do not clean the coin and consider having it examined by a reputable third-party grading service. Wikipedia. How to grade a dirty circulated coin at home so you can estimate value. Look at the highest points of Lincoln's cheek and jaw and the tops of the wheat stalks for wear. If the hair detail is almost gone and the date is readable but flattened, you are likely in a good to very good range. If moderate detail remains across Lincoln's portrait and the wheat lines are visible but soft, you are in fine to very fine. A coin with mostly original color and clear fine details but light wear will bring nicer prices in the low single digits rather than pennies. Selling tips if you decide to move in 1942D. Small circulated coins are easiest to sell locally or via online marketplaces where buyers expect common dates. Be honest about condition and include clear close-up photos of both obverse and reverse and the full rim so buyers can judge wear and any damage before you list. And if you suspect a rare variety or exceptional grade, get a professional opinion or submit the piece to a recognized grading service before listing because certification can dramatically increase buyer confidence and achievable price. Buying tips for collectors. If you build Lincoln wheat sets, buy coins graded by reputable services for higher grades and seek coins with pleasing natural toning rather than heavy corrosion or cleaning that will hurt long-term desirability. Short checklist for viewers who find a 1942D in pocket change. Confirm the mint mark D and that the date is actually 1942 and not a similar date. Check whether the coin is bronze or steel. A true 1942 should be bronze, and if it is steel, that requires special attention because steel 1942 planchets are not the standard issue and might indicate an oddity or mislabeling. Do not clean the coin. Remove dirt with harsh chemicals or sand it because cleaning destroys collector value. Closing practical value summary. For a normal, dirty, circulated 1942D Lincoln wheat cent, expect a few cents to $1 in most marketplace scenarios and low single-digit dollars for nicer circulated examples. Exceptional certified mint state examples and rare error pieces can be worth substantially more, so if you think you have something special, document it with photos and seek professional grading or a second opinion from a reputable dealer before you sell. Call to action for your channel audience. Encourage viewers to check their jars of change and tell them to post clear photos in the comments or tag your channel on social media if they want a quick opinion, but remind them not to clean coins and to consider professional grading for suspected rarities. Sources for further reading and price checking. Reference sites include major price guides and grading services that list mintage and price ranges, and also detailed articles about the wartime steel change in 1943 if anyone wants the deeper historical context. Next up, the Abraham Lincoln Wheat Steel Penny 1952 with S mint mark in good condition. Even though many people confuse the term steel with regular wheat cents, it is important to clearly explain that all 1952 Lincoln wheat pennies were made of copper alloy and not steel. The only official steel cents were produced in 1943 during World War II. However, many collectors still use the word steel by mistake. So in this video, we will focus on the real and authentic 1952 S Lincoln wheat penny and why it is considered valuable today in the collector's market. The 1952 S Lincoln wheat penny was struck at the San Francisco Mint, which is identified by the small S mint mark located below the date on the obverse side of the coin. San Francisco Mint coins are often more desirable than Philadelphia issues because of lower mintages and better historical demand. In 1952, the United States was in the post-war era. Inflation was rising and coin production was carefully controlled. The San Francisco Mint produced far fewer wheat pennies compared to earlier decades, which adds to collector interest today. The obverse of the coin features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design has become one of the most recognized coin designs in the world. Lincoln faces right, with the word Liberty to the left, and the date with the S mint mark to the right. In good condition, the details of Lincoln's hair, cheek, and jawline are clearly visible, with moderate wear but no heavy damage. On the reverse side, the coin displays two wheat ears framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the motto E pluribus unum at the top. This wheat reverse design was used from 1909 to 1958 and is deeply loved by collectors. In good condition, the wheat lines are still visible, though slightly worn, and the lettering remains strong. Now, let us talk about why the 1952 S wheat penny is valuable today. First is its mint mark. San Francisco Mint coins always attract extra attention. Second is condition. A good condition coin means the coin has wear from circulation but still retains clear date, mint mark, and major design features with no holes, no heavy corrosion, and no major bends. Third is collector demand. Wheat pennies are one of the most collected U.S. coins in the world, and many collectors aim to complete full date and mint mark sets. In today's coin market, a 1952 S wheat penny in good condition typically sells for around $0.10 to $0.30, depending on eye appeal, color, and surface quality. Coins with strong original brown color and even wear can sometimes reach $0.40. If the coin shows better than average detail or has a pleasing natural tone, collectors may pay slightly more. Coins with damage, heavy scratches, or corrosion usually sell for less. If the same coin is found in very fine or extra fine condition, the value can increase to $0.50 to $1, and uncirculated examples can reach several dollars. This is why condition is extremely important when determining value. Many people believe old pennies are automatically rare, but value depends on date, mint mark, and condition. The 1952 S wheat penny is not extremely rare, but it's a key semi-collectible date for beginners and long-term collectors. It's also popular for YouTube videos because people enjoy learning how everyday pocket change can still have value. When checking your coin, always look closely under good lighting. Use a magnifying glass to confirm the S mint mark and check for signs of cleaning. Cleaned coins lose value, so natural surfaces are always better. Store your coin in a dry place, preferably in a coin flip or holder to prevent further wear. To conclude, the Abraham Lincoln Wheat Steel Penny 1952 with S mint mark in good condition is a solid collectible coin with real market value. Today, it's worth around $0.10 to $0.30, and sometimes more depending on condition and demand. It represents American history, classic coin design, and the lasting appeal of wheat pennies. For collectors and beginners alike, this coin remains a favorite and a strong addition to any wheat penny collection. Next up, the 1956 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Cent struck at Philadelphia with no mint mark, and we will cover its history, how to identify it, why most examples are common but some can be worth more, what a dirty, circulated example is typically worth in today's market, how collectors grade and value these coins, how to avoid costly mistakes when buying or selling, and practical tips to protect or possibly improve the value of your coin collection. The story behind the coin begins with Victor David Brenner's Lincoln design, which first appeared in 1909 to honor the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and the wheat reverse was used from 1909 through 1958, placing the 1956 cent near the end of the wheat reverse era, when the basic design was familiar and widely circulated. The Philadelphia Mint struck the vast majority of 1956 cents, producing roughly 420,745,000 pieces, making this date a high mintage issue and therefore common in most pocket change and collections. Physically, the 1956 Lincoln Wheat Cent is 19 millimeters across and weighs about 3.11 grams, and the alloy in 1956 is the traditional composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc that gives the coin its reddish-brown appearance when uncirculated and a dark brown or black tone when heavily circulated or dirty. Because so many were made, the standard Philadelphia 1956 wheat cent in circulated condition is generally worth only a few cents to a couple of dollars to most buyers, depending on exact wear and eye appeal, but specific higher grades and rare mint errors can push the price much higher. For everyday, dirty circulated examples, you should expect a value in the range of a few cents up to roughly $1 or $2 in most retail or online marketplace sales, unless there's an identifiable mint error or especially attractive toning that collectors prize. What dramatically changes value is condition and the presence of collectible errors or varieties. A well-preserved, uncirculated 1956 Philadelphia cent, graded by a reputable service, can fetch substantially more than a worn example, and top mint state survivors can sell for hundreds or more depending on grade and eye appeal, while some specific varieties and errors have sold for thousands in rare cases. Listings for notable error varieties sometimes show asking prices well above typical market prices, but always verify realized sale prices rather than only asking prices when estimating true market value. What dramatically changes value is condition and the presence of collectible errors or varieties. A well-preserved, uncirculated 1956 Philadelphia cent graded by a reputable service can fetch substantially more than a worn example, and top mint state survivors can sell for hundreds or more depending on grade and eye appeal, while some specific varieties and errors have sold for thousands in rare, exceptional cases. Examples of valuable anomalies include die doubling, repunched mint marks on Denver or San Francisco issues, lamination planchet errors, or other striking anomalies, and listings and guides show a wide variance in premiums for those varieties relative to the typical coin. If your coin is dirty, heavily worn, or blackened from circulation, you should not attempt any aggressive cleaning because cleaning usually reduces collector value even for common dates, and professional graders will often downgrade a clean surface or damage caused by abrasive methods. The recommended approach is to leave the coin as found, photograph it under natural light, note any unusual features such as doubled devices, die breaks, or rim anomalies, and if you suspect an error or variety that could be valuable, seek a second opinion from a reputable coin dealer or a specialist who deals in Lincoln cents. If you choose to have it graded and slabbed by PCGS, NGC, or ANACS, a surface that looks natural and untouched will almost always receive a better long-term result than one that has been polished or cleaned at home. How to inspect your 1956 Lincoln wheat cent like a collector. Hold the coin under bright diffuse light and examine the date area and Lincoln's portrait for any doubling or strange die lines. Turn the coin to the reverse and inspect the wheat stalks for clear detail and for any doubling or extra rim devices. Check the rim and edge for clipped planchets or rim errors. These can turn an otherwise common specimen into a sought-after variety. Use a loupe at 5x to 10x magnification to look for repunched mint marks or hub doubling, especially on mint-marked issues, and photograph any anomalies to share with knowledgeable dealers or online coin communities for a preliminary opinion. Practical price guidance for a dirty, circulated 1956 Philadelphia wheat cent in today's market. Most marketplace activity for a typical worn and dirty 1956 Philadelphia wheat cent shows modest prices, usually only a few cents, with casual buyers paying face value or slightly above when sold in small lots or mixed dates. When sold individually on auction sites or to collectors, a dirty circulated example will more often bring between a few cents and up to roughly $1 or $2, depending on demand and any invisible interest attributes. If your coin displays a clear mint error or attractive toning and surfaces, realistic prices can jump into double digits, and slabbed high-grade survivors show much higher realized prices at major auctions. A few real-world examples to give perspective. A standard circulated 1956 Philadelphia wheat cent sold as part of bulk lots or eBay auctions typically trades for under $1 on average in recent listings. High-graded examples, or those with certified worthwhile errors, have recorded much stronger auction finishes, with rare error pieces or high mint state coins selling for hundreds, or in rare exceptional cases, thousands. Listings for notable error varieties sometimes show asking prices well above typical market prices, but always verify realized sale prices rather than only asking prices when estimating true market value. Practical price guidance for a dirty, circulated 1956 Philadelphia wheat cent in today's market. Most marketplace activity for a typical worn and dirty 1956 Philadelphia wheat cent shows modest prices, usually only a few cents, with casual buyers paying face value or slightly above when sold in small lots or mixed weights. When sold individually on auction sites or to collectors, a dirty circulated example will more often bring between a few cents and up to roughly $1 or $2, depending on demand and any visible interest attributes. If your coin displays a clear mint error or attractive toning and surfaces, realistic prices can jump into double digits, and slabbed high-grade survivors show much higher realized prices at major auctions. A few real-world examples to give perspective. A standard circulated 1956 Philadelphia wheat cent sold as part of bulk lots or eBay auctions typically trades for under $1 on average in recent listings. High-graded examples, or those with certified worthwhile errors, have recorded much stronger auction finishes, with rare error pieces or high mint state coins selling for hundreds, or in rare exceptional cases, thousands. Listings for notable error varieties sometimes show asking prices well above typical market prices, but always verify realized sale prices rather than only asking prices when estimating true market value. Practical price guidance for a dirty, circulated 1956 Philadelphia wheat cent in today's market. Most marketplace activity for a typical worn and dirty 1956 Philadelphia wheat cent shows modest prices, usually only a few cents, with casual buyers paying face value or slightly above when sold in small lots or mixed dates. When sold individually on auction sites or to collectors, a dirty circulated example will more often bring between a few cents and up to roughly $1 or $2, depending on demand and any visible interest attributes. If your coin displays a clear mint error or attractive toning and surfaces, realistic prices can jump into double digits, and slabbed high-grade survivors show much higher realized prices at major auctions. A few real-world examples to give perspective. A standard circulated 1956 Philadelphia wheat cent sold as part of bulk lots or eBay auctions typically trades for under $1 on average in recent listings. High-graded examples, or those with certified worthwhile errors, have recorded much stronger auction finishes, with rare error pieces or high mint state coins selling for hundreds, or in rare exceptional cases, thousands. Listings for notable error varieties sometimes show asking prices well above typical market prices, but always verify realized sale prices rather than only asking prices when estimating true market value. Practical price guidance for a dirty, circulated 1956 Philadelphia wheat cent in today's market. Most marketplace activity for a typical worn and dirty 1956 Philadelphia wheat cent shows modest prices, usually only a few cents, with casual buyers paying face value or slightly above when sold in small lots or mixed dates. When sold individually on auction sites or to collectors, a dirty circulated example will more often bring between a few cents and up to roughly $1 or $2, depending on demand and any visible interest attributes. If your coin displays a clear mint error or attractive toning and surfaces, realistic prices can jump into double digits, and slabbed high-grade survivors show much higher realized prices at major auctions. A few real-world examples to give perspective. A standard circulated 1956 Philadelphia wheat cent sold as part of bulk lots or eBay auctions typically trades for under $1 on average in recent listings. High-graded examples, or those with certified worthwhile errors, have recorded much stronger auction finishes, with rare error pieces or high mint state coins selling for hundreds, or in rare exceptional cases, thousands. Listings for notable error varieties sometimes show asking prices well above typical market prices, but always verify realized sale prices rather than only asking prices when estimating true market value. Practical price guidance for a dirty, circulated 1956 Philadelphia wheat cent in today's market. Most marketplace activity for a typical worn and dirty 1956 Philadelphia wheat cent shows modest prices, usually only a few cents, with casual buyers paying face value or slightly above when sold in small lots or mixed dates. When sold individually on auction sites or to collectors, a dirty circulated example will more often bring between a few cents and up to roughly $1 or $2, depending on demand and any visible interest attributes. If your coin displays a clear mint error or attractive toning and surfaces. Next up, the 1956 Lincoln wheat cent with a Denver D mint mark in extra fine condition, and I will give current market value estimates in US dollars as of December 17, 2025. The basics of the coin, including mintage and composition. The 1956D Lincoln wheat cent was struck at the Denver Mint with a mintage of 1,098,201,100 pieces, making it a common date in circulated grades. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, with a diameter of 19 millimeters and a weight of about 3.11 grams, matching the post-war Lincoln cent specifications. For authoritative specifications and mintage figures, see PCGS Coin Facts. PCGS. What extra fine means for a 1956D Lincoln cent. Extra fine, abbreviated XF or EF, refers to a coin that shows light wear on the highest points of the design while retaining most major details, with clear lettering and only modest flattening on Lincoln's cheek and the wheat stalks on the reverse. An XF example will have decent strike detail, limited contact marks, and overall pleasing eye appeal, even though the original mint luster is typically diminished. Collectors prefer XF coins when building affordable typesets and date and mint mark collections because XF strikes a balance between affordability and attractive detail. Current market value ranges and recent price evidence. Because the 1956D is a high mintage date, most market activity is concentrated in low circulated grades through modestly high uncirculated grades. For extra fine examples, marketplace listings and price guides commonly place values in the low single-digit range up to a few dollars, depending on color and eye appeal. Online retail listings for XF examples frequently show prices around $1.50 to $3 for typical brown or brown-red coins, with choice XF or nicer original red-brown color or strong strike sometimes fetching slightly more. Price guides and aggregated sale data support a modest value profile for XF 1956D cents, while certified high-grade MS examples can be worth significantly more according to auction records and grading service price guides. Auction and certified sale context. Uncommon high-grade certified examples have realized much higher sums at auction. For example, a PCGS MS67RD example showing the upper limit of what exceptional survivors can bring in recent years. Auction records and price databases show that certified near-mint to mint-state examples can range from tens into the low thousands of dollars at the extreme top end, but those are outliers and not representative of XF market value. For the typical extra-fine 1956D, expect a market value roughly between $1 and $5 in ordinary commercial channels, with prices tending toward $1 to $2 for common XF brown pieces and toward $3 to $6 for XF with attractive original red-brown color or strong strike. See PCGS auction summaries and price guides for historic realized prices and high-end sales details. Factors that move price for a 1956D cent. Color and surface preservation, commonly described as red, RB, red-brown, or brown, strongly influence price, with red or original red-brown examples commanding premiums even in XF grade. Strike quality and any post-mint alterations or cleaning will alter value substantially. Cleaned, scratched, or otherwise damaged coins are penalized heavily by collectors and graders. Attribution to certified grades by NGC or PCGS adds buyer confidence and liquidity, and coins with third-party certification often sell for higher prices than raw examples offered on open marketplaces. Errors and varieties are separate collectors' markets. The 1956D standard business strike is common, but documented errors or unusually attractive toning can make an otherwise ordinary piece more desirable. Reference NGC and PCGS price guides and census data to understand how grade and certification affect realized prices. How to buy or sell a 1956D in XF condition. When buying, examine high-resolution photos or request in-hand inspection where possible, checking for uniform surface, original color, absence of hairline cleaning marks, and strong detail. If you plan to sell, get multiple price checks from reputable dealers, check recent eBay completed sales for similar grade coins, and consider third-party grading if you believe the coin may grade high enough to cover slabbing costs. For small values typical of XF 1956D cents, certified grading is usually not economical unless the coin is an exceptional red or high-end uncirculated piece that could realize a substantial premium. Marketplaces like eBay and specialist coin dealers handle most transactions for these dates, while major auction houses are appropriate only for high-grade certified rarities that will benefit from a wider collector audience. Practical valuation summary as of December 17, 2025. Typical extra-fine 1956D Lincoln wheat cent value range approximately $1 to $5 in everyday buying and selling situations. Higher-end choice XF or original red-brown examples can approach $6 to $10 in specialist retail listings, while certified high-grade MS examples can sell for much more depending on grade and color. For authoritative, up-to-date price guidance, consult the PCGS and NGC price guides and auction price databases before pricing a coin for sale or purchase. Closing guidance for collectors. If your goal is to build an attractive and affordable Lincoln wheat set, an XF 1956D is a solid and expensive fill that will display nicely and hold stable value. If you believe your coin has unusually original red color, superior strike, or any variety or error, consider getting it examined by a reputable grader, because the premium for certified exceptional survivors can be substantial. If you would like, I can create a spoken word-friendly version of this script timed for a specific video length, or produce a shorter seller description for a marketplace listing. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting content. See you next time. Happy collecting.